So for today's practice, we're going to be cultivating a little more of that curiosity. We're going to be playing around with our forward fold twice and just seeing how it feels, both before we do a chair pose and after we do a chair pose. And again, we want to do our best to remember that curiosity means we're going to try to just observe without judging ourselves. How is it feeling today? How are we responding to it? And are there similarities or differences after we do a chair pose? And we will do our best to remember that similarities and differences, we don't want those to become synonymous with better or worse. We're going to see if we can step back from some value judgments today. So if it works for us, we're going to set up for any kind of forward fold that's working for us today. And we can decide, do I want my feet together, apart, a lot apart, really just up to us. We can decide if we want our knees bent or straight. And as we lower down, we can kind of just figure out what we need. And again, we might find that as we're doing our yoga practice, our cats or dogs or any kind of pet we have might want to come out, and that's perfectly okay. That's part of our practice. And maybe we can just give ourselves a moment to notice what our experience is right now in whatever forward fold we're finding. How's our body responding to it? And if we find that our environment is a little bit unpredictable, maybe we have some fur babies or maybe even some human babies or kind of part of our practice, just kind of, we observe all of that. So whatever we're finding, we're going to try our best to breathe in. And maybe we can breathe out. Now, when we are ready, we're just going to come up to standing. And then you might just think, I'm going to press my feet down. That might help if we tend to get vertigo. Maybe the arms reach towards the ceiling in whatever way we need. Maybe our hands find their way towards the heart. And we'll pause here if we can. Just taking a breath in and taking that breath out. Now, when we are ready, we're going to find the chair pose of our choosing. So how we want our feet is entirely up to us. Do we like our feet together? Do we like our feet apart? Would we like to have a pet nearby? Again, we get to decide what our practice is going to look like. Now, assuming the knees are going to be okay with this, we're going to think about that invisible chair behind us, and we're just going to shift our weight back. Now, maybe it's back and down. We're only going to go as far as it feels right for us, the appropriate amount of challenge. Good rule of thumb is if our knees start disagreeing with it, we want to listen to our knees. Am I able to tell the difference between something that is a challenge but I know is constructive for me, and those warning signals like this is no good? So if it's okay, we can be here and breathe in and out. Maybe one more breath here, whatever we're finding. And then maybe we're finding that fold. So again, any kind of forward fold. And as we lower down, maybe we're just taking a moment first to notice how this feels in relation to that chair pose. Again, we're going to try our best not to use terms like better or worse. They're just different. How did it feel to be in that chair pose? What was the level of effort like? And how does it feel to be in that forward fold now? Now, if it's possible, maybe we can notice how it feels and compare it back to the forward fold that we did at the very beginning. Are there similarities? Are there differences? Might even be similarities and differences in our outside environment. Again, just finding whatever our practice is right now. Can I just notice how it's working for me? We'll do our best to breathe in if we can. We'll do our best to breathe out. Again, our yoga practice is all about, can I just observe with curiosity? Can I just do the practice in the way that I need? Now, when we're ready, we're just going to come up to standing again. Again, we might just think, I'm going to press my feet down as I come up. Maybe those arms are reaching towards the ceiling again. Maybe I'll let my hands return at the heart in any way I need. And can we pause? Can I take that moment to breathe in? Can I take that moment to breathe out? Again, just cultivating a little bit of curiosity. What is my practice like? How was it for me today? And how did my mind respond? How did my body respond? And can I just give myself that breath in? And that breath out. And again, whatever our practice is going to look like after this, whether this is the end of our practice for right now, maybe we're continuing on with different kinds of yoga movements or stretches. Maybe it's time to give a little fur baby some love. Whatever we need to do next, we are always in control of what our practice is going to look like.